Hey team, Mr. Kefri here. Welcome to this week's Teen Adult Senior Black Belt Track class. Let's go get started. Everyone show me your natural stance. Team attention. Relax stance, hands behind your back. Close your eyes for a moment. Set your intention for class today. I challenge you throughout your training today to remember that having black belt resilience means choosing your commitments over what's convenient, what's easy. Our goal is always be working toward our best. Everyone, open your eyes. Snap to attention. Face around bow. Back to your natural stance. Team, snap to attention. Tap on your right leg. Step back to your current stance. Hands are up. Team, we're going to go jab and cross, right? So when we're doing our jab, make sure the elbows stay in. Hands next to your cheek. Extend the arm all the way out, and we're rotating the body. Extend the body fully out, and then going in there. As always, team, don't lean in on this. You want to keep your back straight as you're punching. Hands are up. Ready? And go. It's going to be Supasa. Go. 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 Supasa. And go. Supasa. Switch. Aya. Okay, again, jab and cross and coming right back. Ready? Go. Supasa. 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 And go. Supasa. All right, team, spread your feet out. We're going to do some squats. All right, hands are up. Keep your hands up. Keep your back straight. Going down. Ready? And go. We're going to go down and come back up, team. We're going to get today. Remember, working on that resilience. This whole season is resilience. We're working on our perseverance, our grit, our desire to never give up. Keep going, everybody. We're just going to do some squats a little bit. Not going super crazy. But we do want to challenge ourselves. Go as low as you can. Make sure your toes are off the ground. The weight as you shift back is on the heels of your feet, not leaning into on your toes, and relax. Team, snap to attention. Tap on your right leg. Back to your guard stance. Team, this time we're going to do is jab, cross, front leg roundhouse kick. So from here, jab, cross, front leg's going to do our front leg roundhouse kick. Chamber up, kick, come back, and down on the ground. All right, team, ready? Hands are up. And go. It's going to be soup, soup, asa. Go. Soup, soup, asa. Watch your elbows. You're doing the kick. Don't let them flare out to the side. Ready? And go. Soup, soup, asa. 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 And go. Soup, soup, asa. Switch, other side. Jab, cross, front leg roundhouse kick. Ready? And go. Soup, soup, asa. 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 And go. Soup, soup, asa. And back to our natural stance, team. Ready? Spread your feet out a little bit. Squat jumps, team. Squat jumps. Ready? And go. Go all the way down. Hop up in the air. A little bit on your own, team. Remember, we're working on that perseverance, working on that grit, that determination to do the very best that you can. Coming all the way up. Squat down. So as we go down on the heels, as we come up on the balls of the feet. Down and up, right? Shifting our weight back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. And relax, team. All right, natural stance. Snap to attention. Tap on your right leg. Back to your guard stance. This time, team, it's going to be jab, cross. Pivot with your front leg. Really want to rotate our body around. Back leg roundhouse kick. Boom. And we're going to come back to our starting point. Ready? And go. It's going to be soup, soup, asa, and back. Ready? And go. Soup, soup, asa. Ready? Go. Soup, soup, asa. Go. Soup, 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 soup. Asa. Go, soup, soup. Asa. There you go, soup, soup. Asa. And go, soup, soup. Asa. All right, team, as we're doing our roundhouse kick, back leg roundhouse kick, think about how your back leg is pivoting. So as we're coming around, we're pivoting. We want to get that knee to the side, take the pressure off the knee. And the more we can get that heel to come in the direction of our target, the more hip rotation we're going to have in that technique, the more powerful it's going to be. All right, team, right leg back, hands are up, and switch. Jab cross, back leg front kick. Or, sorry, back leg roundhouse kick. Ready? And go. Let's go. Soup, soup. Pivot. Rotate, kick. Asa. And let's go back. Ready? And go. Soup, soup. Asa. And back. Ready? And go. Soup, soup. Asa. As you're pivoting, pivot on the ball of your foot, not the heel of your foot. Should feel no tension in your knee whatsoever. Right? So it should be really relaxed, no pressure on the inside, the outside knee as you're kicking. Ready? And go. Soup, soup. Asa. If you feel that tension, stop, slow down, correct your technique, make sure you get that body rotation. Ready? And go. Soup, soup. Asa. Ready? And go. Soup, soup. Asa. Go. Soup, soup. Asa. Go. Soup, soup. Asa. And go. Soup, soup. Asa. Back to our natural stance, team. We're going to work on our break falls. So, remember, basic rules for break falls. 1, make sure you have lots of empty space around you. So when you're practicing your break fall, you are not going to bang into anything. You don't want to roll back into a wall, into a table, into a small dog. You want to make sure you have lots of room around you. 2, if you have padding where you're working at, where you're training, you can do this from a standing to a squatting to a roll backwards. If you don't have any padding, you want to do this from a sitting position. So let's break it down real quick. So sitting position, we'll do sitting position first. This is our level 1. From here, right, we're just sitting on the floor. Feet are in front of us, almost like we're about to do sit-ups. We're going to tuck our chin into our chest. We don't want our head to touch the floor. We're going to cross our arms. As we roll back, we're slapping the floor with the palm of our hands and our forearm. But want to make sure the palms hang down, not the back of your hands, right? So from here, chin's tucked down, arms crossed. I'm rolling back. As I roll back, head stays tucked. I don't want my head to fling back. My arms are going down, forearm and hands striking the ground, not elbow. I want to try and catch myself like this. Right? That's how you break your wrist. I don't want to elbow first. That's going to hurt a lot. I want to forearm and back, right? So, all right. So again, from here, tuck the chin, cross the arms, roll back. Notice I'm rolling back really slow. I don't have padding underneath me. I want to be very careful. I'm going to take my time. Keeping my head up, hands to the outside, striking the floor. Team, if you have some padding, and you want to do this in a standing position. So, standing position, really what we're doing is we're getting to a squat first and then rolling back. So we're almost the same technique. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to be standing right here and just straight leg and fall backwards. My body's not going to absorb that very well. It's going to be a really solid hit. What I want to do is my body's going to curl up kind of like a ball, like a spring, as I'm going down. As I get hit, first thing is my legs go loose, so I can drop down. Boom. For my purpose, I'm just going to drop down a little squat, right? Right. So we're here. I'm going to get down. I'm dropping down to a little squat. I'm rolling backwards. My chin comes in. Hands crossed in front. Just roll back. Boom. Boom. Hit the floor. Keep my head up. And then when we stand up, team, we're going to stand. We're going to get up. One foot on the floor. Opposite hand on the floor. Push yourself away from the attacker. And get up. All right, so let's do a few break falls, team. Everyone back to your natural stance. Right. And again, think about where you're at, what your safety equipment is. If you don't have any safety equipment and you don't feel comfortable doing this at home, you can work on squats, right? If you have lots of open space, you can work, but you don't have any padding, very slowly, like almost doing a sit-up, down, don't let your head touch the floor, hit the floor with your palms, come back up. And if you have some padding, a lot of open space, you're at your karate school with your instructor, you can practice the standing one. Ready? Hands are up. Ready? And let's do a break fall, right? We're just gonna roll back, boom, boom, come back, and we're gonna get back up and move away from the bad guys. Ready? Let's do our break fall again. And remember, you're either sitting or squats, depending on the situation where you're training at. Ready? So go, we're gonna go down, squat, get back up, and back into our starting position. Ready? And go, do our break fall, roll back. Come back up, and get back up here, right? All right, team, this is all about perseverance, especially if you're training at home. No one's watching you. The only person is your coach. The only person is your accountability partner right now is yourself. So if you're tired, you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do this, do two more for me. Ready? Work on that perseverance. And go. So I'm just going to squat down, tuck, curl, roll, boom. Get back up. All right, and let's do it again. We might get our last one, team. Ready? And go. Ready? Go. Tuck. Arms cross. Drop. Roll. Get back up. Scoot back. All right? Back to our beginning. Everyone back out to your natural stance. Let's review our self-defense. This week's self-defense is a straight punch. So for the straight punch, the punch is coming straight in. What we're going to do is, as always, our main goal is to move out of the line of attack. So we're trying to talk about the situation. We know, unless it's an ambush situation, there might be some hostile words going out there. There might be an exchange going on. I'm going to try and get distance out there. So if I get far enough away that they can't punch me, that's always going to be best. Put an obstruction between us. That's even a better one. Or if I don't have any other options and I can't back up, I can't get away, I'll have my hands up kind of in a neutral, hey, I don't want to have any problems here. Hey, it's okay, I'm just trying to calm the situation down. We don't want anything to happen here. So from this position right here, they throw that first punch in. It's a straight punch coming in here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to step to the outside. So imagine that there's a line right in front of me and I'm not stepping right into that punch. I'm going to step to the side and get away from that punch. Awesome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my front hand, I'm going to take my left hand here, and I'm going to just parry to the back of their arm. And as I parry, I'm parrying from the elbow up on this one. If I grab their wrist, they might just collapse their arm, even accidentally, and hit you with their elbow. I don't want that to happen. So they're coming in and throwing that punch. I'm stepping off. Imagine I'm on the giant clock. 12 o'clock is right there, and 9 o'clock is right here off to my left. I'm going to step out to like 10 o'clock and parry. From here, level one, I can pretty much do whatever, I can do like whatever counter I want. I can maybe punch to the side of the head, I could punch to the ribs, I could do that roundhouse kick to the side of the leg or even to the stomach. I could do any of those type of combinations I wanted to. We're gonna look at level two. Level two is a little more fun, a little more interesting. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try and dead arm and control that wrist. I love opportunities where I can grab hold of somebody and keep a grip on them. So this is one of my favorite techniques. So from here, again, in my guard position, they throw that punch, I step off to the side. I'm gonna parry. This time what I'm gonna do is I'm parrying about the elbow a little bit higher. I'm gonna take my other hand up. I'm gonna do a chop right into the outside of their arm above their elbow. And I'm gonna slide down and grab their wrist. Right? I'm gonna chop. Hopefully get a little dead arm going in there. And then I'm gonna grab for that control. Once I have that control, I can take my back leg, really drive that roundhouse kick in because I'm pulling him into it. To really drive that punch in because I'm pulling him into it. I got that pulling motion going on here. Like we see so often when we're doing kata, one hand comes back, one hand goes forward. Chop, grab, pull, and strike. Chop, grab, kick, and then maybe a hook punch, an uppercut, whatever we feel like adding to the end of it. The primary thing here is that we want to move out of the way, avoid getting hit, and then we want to control the limb so it can't come back at us. The most basic form of control is that parry. So we're blocking here and they can't slide their arm back. Okay, more advanced form of that control is that chop and just grabbing the wrist. And part of the reason I prefer the chop to just trying to grab the wrist is like if I parry and try and grab the wrist, I could miss this pretty easy. But my hand is already right where I want it to be. I'm just going to chop where my hand is. I don't even have to look at this point. I just chop where my hand is. Once my hand is there, I'm just going to slide down. I can follow the contour of their arm and grab their wrist. Doesn't require a lot of eye contact, where if I parry and then try and grab, this is all eyes. This is all like visual acuity here, trying to get a hold of it. And that's one of the things that goes in a high stress situation. All right. So again, we're starting out here. Hey, I don't want any problems here. Can we kind of talk this out? He gets angry, he throws that punch. I'm stepping to the outside. I'm gonna parry above the elbow. I'm gonna chop above my hand, which should be like in the bicep, tricep area. From here, I am gonna take that hand, just turn it toward them and slide down. As I'm sliding down, squeezing my hand. Once I get past their wrist, their arm gets smaller until it gets to their fist. That's gonna lock that grip down for me. And then from here, I'm just gonna take his leg out and then finish up with a hook punch to the side of the head. So take his leg, kicking the inside of the leg as he starts to stumble, hook punch to the side of the head, and then cover out, stop, stay back. All right, team, that is our self-defense. Straight punch. For our senior black belts, that's first degree black belts and higher, let's go ahead and look a little bit more at deadlock. Let's break this down a little bit. So if you remember with deadlock, the first thing we're doing is we're putting our attacker in a sleeper hold. They are going out there and they are throwing a jab cross. So imagine we're in our guarding stance. We're in our guarding stance here. Our hands are up. We're trying to talk our way out of this. And they throw their jab with their front hand. I take my backhand. I'm just going to bat it down, right? I'm just going to knock it out of the way, get it out of the way real quick. That other punch is coming in. And I think this is where a lot of people struggle with this, is that other punch is coming in. I'm not really blocking it so much as I'm moving out of the way. That punch is coming straight in. I am going to step to the outside of that punch. Then my right arm is going to shoot up underneath it. So it's going to shoot up underneath their arm, come around to the back side of their head. I'm going to turn my body sideways so we have a T going here. They just do this punch. They just do this punch right here. My arm came up, through, and around, and they're going to create this T on this side. And we're going to get that, we're going to lock our hand, the ridge hand, on the edge of their neck. We're going to grab, I'm going to rotate into it to pinch that artery there, pinch the nerve on the side of the neck. So it might be a sleeper, it might be a neck crank, depending on how they're moving, how you're moving. A lot of different things can come into play on this one. So again, from right here, I'm in my guard, kind of talking my way through things. This is a flow drill, so we're going to assume we're going to go from just one move to the next. So from here, I'm going to bat the first punch down, I'm going to bat it down. I'm going to step to the outside. As I step to the outside, my front hand, my left hand is going to come up just to parry, as a parry, just so they can't drive that elbow back. My hand's shooting up, because I'm shooting up underneath their arms like coming in. I'm going to then create a T, turning my body sideways. Hand comes underneath behind their back. Coming behind their back, I'm grabbing my palm. My ridge hand is against their side of their neck. I'm going to crank it down. All right, so that's the first part. That's our punch combination. Now, the other part of this, next part of this is the sleeper. How do we get out of the sleeper? So they've got me in that sleeper hold. I'm here, they've jammed my arm way up in the air, got that hand around my neck, and they're coming in there and starting to put that sleeper in there. So I'm gonna take my back knee, my right knee, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna bump their front knee. I wanna get their leg to drop a little bit. So I'm gonna bump my knee against the inside of their knee. I'm just gonna hit. As soon as they start to come in, I'm bumping that knee. As they hit and they kind of flinch response to it, I'm going to take that hand that's high, I'm going to circle around, I'm going to come up underneath their chin, and I'm going to crank up into that guillotine position. So, for the beginning of this, I'm right here, it's going to be 1, knock the arm down, 2, step to the side, parry, arm threads up underneath the outside, I'm going to T over here, grab, my hand comes around the back of their body, grab. So this is in the front, this is in the back, crank back. Okay. For the next person, they've just got their punch, their arm comes up here, bump the knee, circle around. I'm gonna do this a little bit of a 45-degree angle here. Bump the knee, circle around, get them in a guillotine, cranking up underneath it. So at the guillotine, we have them bent over. It's kind of like a reverse headlock. If you think of a headlock where their head is to their body's behind us, their heads to their front. I'm going to grab it here. Guillotine is their bodies to the front, and their head is behind us as we're doing the same type of lock arm. We're going to try and lock that head all the way up. All right, team, and that is the first two moves of deadlock, our jab cross and also our guillotine. Back to your natural stance. All right, team, let's gather around. Today, I want to share with you something I'm working on with my instructor and mentor. It's Gamen. Gamen is the Japanese word for endurance or perseverance. Gamen is the mindset we need for enduring success. Doing the right thing for a day, a week, a month, it's good, but for real success, it takes consistency over time, long time. Most people shy away from the struggle, but the struggle, that grind, is what builds your mental and physical muscles. I want you to embrace the sweat, relish the challenge, and realize it's an opportunity. And that's where growth is going to happen. Remember, every extra rep we do, every drop of sweat is an investment in our future self. So when your legs or arms feel heavy or the challenge seems never ending, tap into your inner Gamen. It's not just a training session, it's a commitment to being your absolute best. All right, team, back to our natural stance. All right, team, let's go through our self-defense. So what we're going to be doing here as a part of our workout is we're going to be doing our self-defense technique. So we're going to do it on one side, then we'll do it on the other. So again, from right here, remember, it's a straight punch. So what we're doing is, for this purpose, we're going to be stepping in, we're going to parry, and we're going to punch into it, right? Parry and punch. If you feel like doing something else, like a chop, grab, roundhouse kick, feel free to. But remember, the first thing we need to do is strike in. We're going to step forward. We're going to parry, punch, and then get out, right? So I'm off to the side. Ready? So we're in our blade position. Ready? Straight punch. And go. Step to the side. Parry. Punch. Cover out. Stop. Stay back. Now let's go back to the beginning. All right, team, again. Self-defense. Straight punch. We're in our bladed position. Ready? And go. Step forward to the 11 o'clock. Parry. Punch. Stop. Stay back. All right. Again, team, ready? Self-defense, bladed position, straight punch. Ready? We're going to shuffle to the outside. We're going to parry. We're going to punch. And stop, stay back. If you guys remember, notice my hand is here. I'm covering their arm. I'm keeping contact with their arm so I can use that as a guide to strike to their head. All right, team, again. Straight punch. We're in our bladed position. That's our starting point. So we can talk our way out of it. Hey, I don't want anything to do with this. I want to get away. By the way, if I'm backing up as I'm talking, and I get a good distance between me, they can't attack me. It's only if I'm staying close to them within arm's reach are they a threat. If I get 6 feet away, 10 feet away, the farther away from them I can get, the less of a threat they're going to be. All right, hands are up. Ready, straight punch, and go. First thing, we're stepping out to 11 o'clock. We're going to parry. We're going to punch to whatever we can hit. I like a vertical fist punch to the head. I like to go for that knockout switch, boom, and then stop, stay back. All right, team, let's do this again. All right, again, straight punch. Go to our bladed position. We're going to shuffle in. We're going to shuffle into 11 o'clock. We're going to punch. For me, I strike structure over pain. Structure is to the head. Structure is to the legs controlling the arms. Structure is to the joints, right? Someone can shrug off pain, but if you damage something, a structural part of their body, something that's required for balance or control or coordination, it's going to be a lot harder for them to continue the fight. All right, team, let's go ahead and go to our squat jumps, right? So from right here, spread your feet out. Ready? Squat jumps and go. So remember, this week we're working on that perseverance. This is our season of resilience. We want to make sure we're pushing ourselves even when we're tired. It's okay to be tired, team. Everyone's tired. Everyone wants to take a break. But the thing is that when you're working on resilience, when you feel that urge to take a break, when you feel that urge to stop, you're going to find an excuse to keep going, to keep pushing yourself through it. All right, team, and relax. Let's go to the other side. All right, team. So last time I was stepping forward with my left side and right side countering. This time I'm on the other side. I'll step forward with my right side and my left side counter. So I'll just do the other side. Team, remember when you're doing those counters, think of structure. Think about where your sparring gear is. You're sparring, we have chest protectors right here. We're allowed to hit in the body when we're playing tag, when we're sparring, because less likely to hurt somebody in this range. So for self-defense, this is not my striking point. My striking point are all the places I can't hit when I'm sparring and mindful of my opponent. So back of the jaw, legs, knees, elbows, wrists, all these techniques that we probably wouldn't do in a sparring match. We're trying to be mindful of our opponent's health are the techniques I would do in self-defense, because they're more likely to impact the person's structure and allow me to escape. Right? Remember, that's our goal. Our goal is escape, not to punish them, but to escape from that situation. And I'll do what I need to do to slow them down so I can get out of there. All right, again, we're right here. This is our straight punch. They're punching from the other side. I step back to my bladed position. As they're punching in, I am taking my front leg, I'm stepping out, get out to 11 o'clock. I'm going to parry, and I'm going to punch, right? So, I should do it on this side so we get the same side, right? So from here. So first time I was punching over here, now I'm stepping over here. So, ready? I'm in my bladed stance. I'm stepping in. I'm going to parry, knock the arm down, punch in, and maybe grab, take out their leg, stop, stay back. All right. All right, keep from right here. Yeah, this time I do it like a 45-degree angle. All right, keep from here. I'm back to my bladed position. All right. So here, they're throwing that punch. I step out. Because I'm on the other side, I'm stepping out to like 2 o'clock this time. I'm going to parry with my front hand. I'm going to knock the hand down. I'm going to punch. Right. And again, if I want to add something else to it, go for that structure. Grab their shoulder, grab their arm, slide down, grab their wrist. Roundhouse kick across the leg. Boom. So they're going down. Secondary punch to the back to help them going down. And get out of there, stop, stay back. Got to do this straight on this time, team. Right? Straight right punch. Or actually straight punch. So again, I'm in my bladed position. They're throwing their punch. I step out to the outside at 2 o'clock. I'm going to parry. I could chop, grab, right? And then take out the leg. Boom, right? It comes down, take out the leg from the front, take it down from the back with an axe kick. Again, hook punch, uppercut, whatever you need to do to kind of make that work. And then cover out. Stop, stay back. All right, keep. Last one, going all the way here to this 45. Right, back to my bladed position. It's our straight punch. We're stepping in, we're going to parry. So I stepped out to 2 o'clock, parry. Going back to my original punch. From here, I'm just going to grab that shoulder, drive a knee in, take the back of the leg out, and maybe an elbow strike to finish off, and then stop, stay back. So you'll see that in the last series, those self-defense techniques, almost every counter was slightly different than the counter before. But what was consistent is I moved out of the line of attack. That punch is coming in, I move to the side. Punch is coming in, I move to the side. So even if I do nothing, I want that punch to go past me. The parry is just to stop them from getting a counter back with maybe an elbow going through with it, and then I can throw whatever counter I want. When you do the parry, definitely want to go above the elbow to the shoulder. That's where you want to parry the arm. If you parry the wrist, what could happen, this could just be a stumble, they could just fall in, that elbow could hit you, right? Or they might just automatically just switch into an elbow strike and then break out with a back fist into a back knuckle. So we don't want those to happen. If we parry right here and they go to switch over, it's easy for me to feel that coming in. I can sense that body. Even with a punch from the other side, I can feel that coming in. I can react to it so much faster than looking at it. All right, team. All right, let's go back to our squat jumps. Everyone spread your feet out, hands are up, squat jumps, and go. And keep working, team. Had a chance for me to talk a little bit, so you should be feeling nice and relaxed. So we should have lots of energy to do these squat jumps. All right, we want to make sure we're working on that perseverance. Keep going. Want to really challenge yourself, you can switch this up to a burpee. All right, keep going, everybody. Back and in the air, right? Down and back, right? Down and back. And down and back and relax. Everyone back out your natural stance. Everyone natural stance. Tension. Relax stance, close your eyes. Take a moment to thank yourself for training today. It's always easier to choose not to come to class, to not train. And remember that good feeling you have right now for the next time you don't want to come to class. Open your eyes. Snap to attention. Face front and about. Back out your natural stance. Everyone have a great week. Baby, see you.